Welcome back to the channel here. As you can see, we're starting to work on our square body. It's summertime and we're trying to get the air conditioning working. So what we did is we went to the local auto parts store and got us some of the 134A refrigerant. You can also get this online, Amazon, whatnot. I'll put a link in the description. You can also check it out down below. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to attach this to our system here and try to follow the instructions that are on the back of this here to fill the system up, give it a charge, and see if it'll last for any period of time, and then go from there. So stay tuned and watch us do our thing. Okay, so now the first thing we got to do is go in here and get our air conditioner set up. Got to put our windows all the way up so that we can totally cool the interior, and turn on our car and put our air conditioner all the way up to maximum. That way we can have our compressor working hard whenever the system gets charged up enough. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start to use this after we read the instructions and hook this up to the system. It only hooks up in one place, so hopefully you can hear me over the car, but you have two places that you can access the system. One is here and one is down here. I don't know if you can see that. I've got a light. This can only connects to one of these places, so we're going to see if you open this up here that this will only go on to this place right here. It's a quick disconnect, so you can just put it right on there. And then what they say is to hold the can up, move it back and forth like this, turn this to unlock it, and then push this down is what they say while you are running the air conditioning system. So we're going to start it here, and then we're going to look at this pressure gauge to see how we're doing on our pressure. Actually, I'm going to take it off and put it on so we can see it, see the gauge. All right, so now we can start. We got it unlocked, and we're going to press this. It says to keep doing this. See if your compressor turns on. You can cycle this up and down like this to give it some more fluid. We just heard the compressor try to kick on over there. I don't know if you can see that over there in the other side of that fan. That means we're actually charging the system, because it senses that there's some pressure in there to actuate the compressor. So the compressor is cycling, which is a good sign. That means that we're actually getting some fluid into our system. In a minute we're going to stop this and we're going to go check the interior of the car to see if it is actually starting to cool the car. So give it a few more times here. Again, we're not pros, so you might want to consult a real mechanic on this. This is just to do it yourself at home. Cheap way to do it. So if you're into cheap do it yourself, maybe this might work for you. No promises though. I don't even know why this system has let go of its charge, but supposedly there's some leak detector in it that will let us know. So now we're going to go into the car and check to see if it is actually cooling the interior. as we suspected, it's not cooling it. Why? Why do we know? Because the compressor is not staying on. So let's try to do some more charging the system while we watch the pressure gauge over here. It says do not overcharge, so we're going to try to prevent from overcharging it. If it goes into the red, then that's when we're supposed to not keep going, at least per the instructions from what I remember. If you are an expert at this, you can tell me exactly where I went wrong or where I went right down in the comments. And if you think this is helpful, then maybe you can smash the like button or the subscribe button. But make sure you check out our other videos. I'll put the link over here for one of the videos for the do-it-yourselfer. I can feel the can getting cooler, which means that we have some evaporating going on in there. Hopefully that means that we are charging the system. As you can see when the compressor kicks on that we have a fluctuation in our pressure reading. I'm holding this down to keep the flow going into the system. Okay, every so often you release this to check the pressure. It says the ambient temperature is about 70, so we should be going to 35 to 40 psi. Looks like it's fluctuating between 30 and 50, which shows in the green area, so that's a good sign, but I don't know if that means we're actually working or not. I'm going to try a little bit more to see if it'll kick that compressor on for good and stabilize the pressure reading. Okay, we'll take a break now to save you some time, and then we'll come back in a few moments. Okay, so we've been here for quite a while. We've been running Freon into the system, and we're getting a consistent reading on our pressure, but the compressor keeps kicking on periodically. We also have been going in and checking the interior, which is not getting cool. So since the compressor keeps cycling and we are putting Freon in, I think that means that we are actually we still have a leak in the system potentially, or we have some other malfunction with the compressor or somewhere else. You can let me know what you think in the comments since you've seen the whole deal here, and if we need to do something different, let me know. Otherwise, we're gonna cut this until we can get some more information and determine what is really going on with this car. But for now, I'm gonna turn the car off and try plan B, which come up with. So we'll see you next time here on the channel. Subscribe and check out our next video. See you next time. A couple more comments before we go. We have already actually had this system changed over to the R134 system. If you have a R12 system, you're gonna have to get the R12 coolant. The link below is for the R134A that you can get on Amazon. Of course, this, as we said before, you can get at your local car parts store, but if you just want to get it from Amazon, go to the link below. But make sure that you subscribe so you can come back and see what we did to get this thing going, okay? So thank you for joining us, and again, we'll see you next time here on Driving It Home.